The first sign something was terribly wrong was the way my phone exploded with messages the moment I told my parents the lie my lawyer told me to tell, that I had lost everything. $20 million. Dollars. Gone. My mother didn't ask if I was okay. Her first text, "We need to talk privately." No sympathy, no shock, just strategy. My father sent one cold message: "Don't come home. We can't afford your recklessness." Recklessness? They had never even asked how I built the company in the first place. But what scared me wasn't what they said, it was what they didn't say. And when I saw the private family group chat my cousins secretly forwarded, my mother had written 4 words that made my stomach drop. "This is our chance." If you've ever felt like your own family was waiting for you to fail so they could take what's yours, or if you've ever had that gut feeling they loved your success more than they loved you, hit that like button right now if this already hurts. Subscribe if you want more stories where the betrayed turn the tables with ice-cold clarity and justice that feels earned. Let's dive into how one lie exposed the truth about my family and gave me back everything they tried to steal. My name is Sophia Carter. I'm 32 years old. 3 years ago, I sold the tech startup I built from nothing for $20 million. I thought I had finally earned peace. Instead, I bought silence. The lie started with a phone call from my lawyer, Simon. "Tell them you lost it all," he said calmly, "then watch who contacts you first." I didn't understand at the time. I thought my family would rally, hug me, ask how I was holding up. I was wrong. I sent the message in our family group chat at 8:47 p.m. "Guys, I messed up. The company tanked. I lost everything." The typing bubbles appeared almost instantly, then stopped, then started again. My mother's first reply came at 8:51 p.m. "We need to talk privately." No, "Are you okay?" No, "What happened?" Just strategy. My father didn't even call. One cold text: "Don't come home. We can't afford your recklessness." Recklessness? I had worked 18-hour days for 7 years, slept on couches, skipped vacations, missed birthdays, built something from zero, and now I was reckless. At 3 a.m., my cousin Emma forwarded me a screenshot from a private family chat I wasn't in. My mother's message sat at the top: "This is our chance." Below it, the rest chimed in like vultures circling fresh prey. Uncle Ray: "If she's broke, she's useless. Pull the paperwork before she realizes." Dad: "We move fast. Don't let her know about the trust." Brooke: "Told you she'd crash. She never deserved any of it." The word that hit me hardest was one I'd never heard before: trust. A family trust. Apparently, my grandmother had created it years ago, and my parents were planning to cut me out of it the moment they believed I was broke. My chest felt tight, like someone had wrapped a band around my ribs and pulled. I sat in the dark living room, phone glow lighting my face, rereading the messages over and over. Internal voice small at first: "They've been waiting for this." Then louder: "They've been waiting for me to fail." Betrayal burned, not loud, not explosive, but slow and deep, like acid eating through years of hope I didn't even know I still had. Powerlessness washed over me, underestimation stinging like salt in wounds. I had spent my life proving I was enough. They had spent theirs waiting for proof I wasn't. Simon's warning echoed: "Your parents aren't celebrating your success, they're calculating it." At 7:14 a.m., my phone rang. My mother. Her voice sounded soft and rehearsed. "Sophia, sweetheart, you need to come by the house today. There are things we need to handle." She had no idea I'd seen the messages. She had no idea I knew about the trust. And she definitely didn't know I wasn't coming alone. My childhood home looked smaller than I remembered. Or maybe I had simply outgrown the version of myself who once begged for their approval. The moment I stepped inside, the air felt stiff. My mother closed the door quietly. No hug, no concern. "We don't have long," she whispered. "Your father is getting the documents." Moments later, my father walked in holding a thick envelope. My name was printed across the front. He placed it in my hands. "Sign these," he said flatly. "It's better for everyone." Better for everyone except me. My sister Brooke lounged on the couch, smirking. "You messed up big time," she said. "You always do." I opened the envelope, and one sentence immediately blurred my vision. Revocation of beneficiary rights. My own family was cutting me out of the trust completely. My father finally met my eyes. "You're unstable right now," he said calmly. "You've made reckless choices. The trust needs protection." My mother stepped closer, lowering her voice like she was comforting a stranger. "If you sign today, we won't pursue the irresponsible heir clause." Irresponsible heir. They believed the lie. They believed I had lost everything. Brooke couldn't resist adding more humiliation. "Honestly, Soph," she laughed, "you blew 20 million in one weekend." Then she lifted her phone, recording. "Look at her," she said loudly, "the millionaire who lost it all." Everyone laughed. Everyone. Except me, because behind them, the front door opened and Simon walked in. The laughter died instantly. Simon entered in a crisp suit, briefcase in hand like a weapon. My father stiffened. "Why are you here?" Simon set the briefcase down calmly. "Because Sophia didn't lose $20 million. Silence swallowed the room. She followed my legal instruction to reveal the truth about this family. He opened the briefcase and slid a thick folder across the table. Inside were bank transfers, notarized documents, emails, all signed by my parents. Simon's voice stayed calm. "Your parents attempted to reroute the family trust into a private account under your daughter Brooke's name." My mother's face went white. "That's not—" "Oh, the irresponsible heir clause. I wrote it, and it applies to fraudulent trustees." Brooke's phone slipped from her hand. The room suddenly felt very quiet. Simon looked at me and nodded. My cue. I placed the unsigned envelope back on the table. "You're right," I said softly. "You will be signing something today." Simon pulled out a new stack of documents. "Formal resignation of trustee rights," he announced. "If you refuse to sign, we open a full court audit of every account you've touched for the last 15 years. My father's confidence cracked instantly. "You wouldn't dare." Simon didn't blink. "Try me." I watched them crumble. Anger, fear, then realization. They were trapped. My mother's hands shook violently. "Sophia, please, we were only trying to steal from me," I finished. Brooke stepped forward desperately. "You can't take everything." I turned slowly. "I'm not taking everything. Just everything that was never yours." One by one, they signed. My father last. The moment the pen touched paper, his rage returned. "You're destroying this family." I didn't flinch. "You destroyed it the moment money mattered more than your daughter." Brooke's voice cracked. "If Mom and Dad lose control of the trust, I lose my stipend, my condo, my car." There it was. Not love, dependence. Simon quietly added, "Sophia is now the sole trustee." My mother grabbed my wrist. "We raised you." I gently pulled away. "You gave me life," I said, "not loyalty." Then Simon leaned toward me. "There's one more thing," he said quietly. "A letter your grandmother left only for you." Inside Simon's briefcase was a small velvet envelope sealed with wax. I opened it slowly. Inside was a handwritten letter and a small silver key. My grandmother's words were simple. "Sophia, I always knew your strength would come from surviving what others tried to break in you." Attached were property deeds, a private estate in Vermont, worth more than the trust itself. My grandmother had seen the betrayal coming, years before I ever could. I folded the letter and slipped the key into my pocket. Then I stood. "This family ended itself," I said quietly. "I'm just walking away from the ruins." Outside, the morning sun filled the driveway. Simon closed the door behind us. You didn't lose 20 million today, he said. You gained your freedom. For the first time in years, I could finally breathe. And this time, I wasn't asking anyone for permission. The moment they signed, the air changed. My father's pen scratched across the paper like it weighed 1,000 pounds. Brooke's hands shook so badly the ink smudged. My mother stared at the documents like they were poison. No one spoke. No dramatic outburst, just the quiet dismantling of a plan they thought was foolproof. My father looked up at me, voice small for the first time in my life. You're really doing this? I met his eyes. You already did. Brooke whispered, if we lose the trust, I lose everything. I didn't flinch. You never earned it. My mother reached for my arm again. Sophia, we're family. I stepped back. Family doesn't rewrite trusts behind your back. Simon gathered the papers. Everything is filed. He looked at them. You'll receive formal notice of the audit. My father's shoulders slumped. Brooke's face crumpled. My mother stared at the floor. I walked to the door, paused, turned back one last time. I never wanted your money, I said quietly. I wanted your belief. Silence. Then I stepped outside. The sun was bright, the driveway was empty, and for the first time in my life, I felt light. Family isn't defined by blood, it's defined by belief. When the people who should lift you up instead wait for you to fall, the greatest revenge isn't taking what's theirs. It's building something they can never touch and walking away knowing you never needed their permission to be whole. If this story gave you chills or that deep, finally exhale of freedom, smash the like button and tell me in the comments. Have you ever felt like your family was waiting for you to fail so they could take what's yours? What did you do? We read every single comment. And subscribe for more Reddit revenge stories where the betrayed take back control and walk away stronger. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.